The Vancouver Police Department arrested two party hosts at a downtown condo on Saturday morning for allegedly violating the public health order that bans social gatherings inside residences. Shortly after 2 a.m. on March 6, VPD officers executed a search warrant at the downtown condo, which is roughly near Alberni and Burrard Streets. We took 2 men into custody and ticketed 6 others who were attending the party. This action comes after 10 previous complaints about noise and loud parties coming from the condo dating back to the beginning of February. So this investigation began a number of weeks ago when we did begin receiving complaints about alleged violations at this particular condo. And as always, after we attempted to reason with the individuals who were allegedly hosting these parties to convince them to stop hosting these parties. When those efforts were fruitless, our officers obtained a search warrant and did force entry into the condo shortly after 2 a.m. on Saturday morning. 2 men, the alleged hosts of the party, were taken to jail and later released. 6 guests were issued tickets for $230 for being at the gathering. Our authority to act in this case comes under the Emergency Program Act. That bans social gatherings inside residences, but it does allow people who live alone to host 2 people with whom they regularly socialize. Despite these rules that have been in place for some time now, for a number of months, the VPD continues to receive a number of calls almost every weekend night, including some during the week, for people who are hosting unlawful social gatherings. And our officers always, and in this case, did so, but we will always continue to make every effort in these cases to speak with people who are violating the public health order, to remind them of the rules, to try to convince them to gain compliance. But in some cases, when people simply don't get the message and flagrantly ignore the rules, we're left with no choice but to act when people are putting others at risk of contracting COVID. So as a result of Saturday's arrest, 2 people are now charged. The first, a man, Manjinder Saju. He's 37. He's now charged with 3 counts of failing to comply with an order of the health officer, and that's contrary to Section 99 of the BC Public Health Act. Co-accused Sanad Reyes, age 35, is charged with 2 counts of failing to comply with an order of the health officer contrary to Section 99 of the BC Public Health Act. Just to clarify, because I did have a one prior question about this before I came down here. These arrests don't come with the $2,300 fine, the ticket that would normally be handed out in a case like this. The arrests were made as an alternative to the ticket, and any fines or punishment as a result of this will be determined through the courts should there be a conviction.